Hi, I'm Sheilaa Hite, world-class astrologer, tarot master, spellcaster, medium, and all-around magical being. I'm here today to talk to you about this very intense week in August. This is the third week, and it is the most intense week in a long time. So let us begin. Our focus this week will be on the 2 days where a lot is happening. Now, that a lot that's happening, the energy and the events of those days will spill out into the other days of the week. So we begin with Monday, which is August 19th. So August 19th, a lot happens, and I've written it down because I don't want to have my notes off over there and I'm over here forgetting something. So we deal with Venus opposition Saturn. The planet Venus is the planet of women, the planet of relationships, of harmony, of balance, of negotiations, of self-value. Value for everything, especially self-value. So planet Saturn is the planet of down-to-earth responsibility, practicality, what needs to happen. I call Saturn the planet of the rules. These are the rules. This is the way it has to be. So when Venus is opposition Saturn, what we're dealing with is what we want opposed to what we need or need to do regarding relationships, values, money matters, health. So Venus is opposition Saturn. What you want is important. However, if what you want comes into conflict of what will be best all around, you're going to have to give Venus a vacation. You're going to have to pay more attention to Saturn. This is kind of like dessert, Venus, vegetables, Saturn. Now, dessert is very important, and without dessert, life would be dull. So very important. And vegetables are really important too. They give you those much needed vitamins that you and your body cannot live without. So it's really about doing what needs to be done during Venus opposition Saturn and hoping that there will be a lovely dessert on the side or at the end of it. Also on Monday, the planet, the sun is the life force planet. It rules the heart. It comes from what we truly mean and want to be. And Saturn, Uranus, the planet Uranus, is the planet of change. Not change, but change. It's the planet of unpredictable, unexpected, wow, I didn't see that coming. The planet Uranus is also the planet of genius. It's the planet of electricity. It's the planet of electronics, thus our cell phones and our computers. It is the planet of friends and like-minded associates as well. So when the sun, the life force, your individual life force, makes an abrasive aspect to Uranus, the planet of wow, anything can happen, anything can happen. So drama, drama, drama. It's coming from the sun. It's also talking about what Uranus causes when it acts. Loads and loads of drama. So we must not give in to our emotions this week. Please don't do that. Please remember to be calm and go with the flow. Be calm and go with the flow. Very important. There will be, not maybe, I don't know, but there will be changes and surprises. Remember to breathe deeply. Remember to not take anything personally. And remember to keep putting one foot in front of the other. That's your best bet. Be flexible. Don't let the circumstances of the moment define you or the moment. Keep going. The third occurrence this coming Monday is Jupiter, the planet of expansion, the planet of values in the sense of luck, the value of your own luck, and blessings, the value of you, and therefore the blessings you attract. Jupiter is making a square to Saturn. This is big. This is huge. Jupiter is going to be making this aspect to Saturn or an important aspect to Saturn 3 times between now and June of next year. And when a planet goes over a point, goes back over a point, and goes back over a point, what that means is we are refining that aspect of ourselves and that energy and how that energy is being used within ourselves and in our society. So the first time will be Monday, Jupiter square Saturn. And what that will do is give us an opportunity to refine what is going on with us, what is going on within us. The next pass over, the Jupiter square Saturn pass over us, over our charts, ourselves, will give us even more definite information on how we are to use that energy. So when you have Jupiter square Saturn, you have a rebellious spirit versus the status quo. Saturn is the status quo. Jupiter may not be rebellious, but Jupiter is wanting freedom, 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 freedom. So when Jupiter and Saturn meet in a square, clarity is the best way to move forward because there's often a gap between what you believe is possible and what can actually be achieved. So I am a person who believes in the so-called impossible. However, I am also a person who understands that the sometimes impossible is better interpreted in another way because it's not always possible. That's why it's called impossible. So this is the time for you to identify what is truly important to you, what is truly important to you, and to pinpoint the areas where the gaps between your hopes and wishes lie. You really need to tell yourself the truth about this. And then you need to move accordingly. Because what you want, and no matter who you are, what you want is actually what you want. There is nothing saying you can't have what you want, but there's plenty saying you have to look at how you go about it. When you have a Jupiter square Saturn, the luck you're used to is still there. It just doesn't operate in the same carefree manner. There will be certain methods that need to be adhered to, certain rules that need to be followed. So this is non-negotiable. It has to be done. As I said before, this is the first pass that Jupiter square Saturn is making. So it's good to get it all out on the table. What is it I want? What does have value to me? How do I want my life to reflect that value? Then we have the fourth occurrence on Monday, and this is the one we've all been talking about, thinking about, waiting for. Monday, August 19th, the moon will be in Aquarius, opposite the sun in Leo, meaning full moon activity. This is a great time. I hope you're making moon water because this is going to be some pretty powerful moon water. The full moon is intense anyway. This full moon is super intense. It's beyond belief intense. It's intense. It's not only the full moon, but we've got planets, all kinds of planets, aspecting it, conjuncting, opposing, squaring. It's not going to be dull. So this full moon has its opposition of Mercury, how we think, gather, and process information. Mercury, being retrograde, will be square the planet Uranus. So we have the full moon in Aquarius, which is the opposition of the sun, which is Leo. So that Mercury in Leo will be opposition that full moon and opposition anything else in Aquarius. So there will be surprises. There will be shocks. Please allow yourself to breathe and to move quickly and quietly along your path, because this is not about sitting and talking to whatever is happening. This is not about trying to convince whatever is happening that it doesn't need to happen or that it shouldn't be happening to you. Trust me, it is happening. It's happening for a reason. One of the reasons is knowing, like they say, you have to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when to walk away. This is one of those full moons. The square to Uranus, and there's a square to Uranus with this moon, it's definitely going to shake things up, in every area of your life, especially wherever you find the planets Uranus and the full moon in Aquarius and the sun in Leo, wherever you find those in your own horoscope, in your own natal chart. So this full moon in Aquarius, opposition Mercury retrograde, is helping this life-defining Jupiter-Saturn square. All of these have extra power because each of these is an intense aspect and they're all happening at the same time. This combination of aspects tells us that we need to have a basic understanding of the change that we need to be and we need to make in order to have our lives go forward, in order to have them advance in the most beneficial, prosperous way possible for ourselves. So in one day, wow, it's monumental. And again, it doesn't just last one day and then end. You've got a good 3 to 4 days of reverberations. So the best way to deal with this, in a way, as I said before, breathe, remember to breathe, keep your head down, keep moving forward. Do not take this personally. And in a world where you can be anything, please remember to be kind. The next big day for us is Thursday, August 22nd, when the sun leaves dramatic, dynamic Leo and enters methodical, perfection-seeking Virgo. Things will calm down energetically. Whereas Leo is all about the drama, Virgo wants methodical practicality. The Virgo season is when we get back to basics, and that's what we need. This is when the harvest begins. We begin to look at what we've created for the year and how big or how healthy our crop is. What have you done this year? What are you thinking needs to be done with your crop for this year? This is a time to bring that crop in and to determine its value in your life, in your world, and in the world at large. This season is about anchoring in reality. It's about being grounded. It's about saying, okay, even though I want pie in the sky, I have to really realize that pie in the sky, in order to have it work properly, we need a table here on planet Earth and a comfortable chair. A table for the pie to settle on and a comfortable chair to sit in while we eat that pie. Otherwise, you're sort of blown about by whatever winds come about if you're airborne. What we have to remember is that the mutable, that is changeable, communicative energy of Virgo helps to give us clarity and helps to direct us in a productive, positive way so that everything we need to have done before the year ends, everything that will increase our own bounty before the year ends, is attracted to us. And we can move that with our methodical, practical actions. We can move all of that so that we have a storehouse. That's what you do with grain. We have a storehouse of energy, of luck, and of ability waiting to help us and keep us well-fed, well-grounded, and successful as we go towards the end of the year. So it's a lot that's happening, a lot that's happening this week. And this is a very pivotal week for everyone on planet Earth. Just remember, one foot in front of the other, breathe deeply, do not let the drama of the moment take you, and be kind to yourself and be kind to others. And on that note, bye.